Right now, on the screen behind me, I've got $110,000 of NFTs just sat there that I paid $3,000 for literally 9 months ago. So in the space of 9 months, my $3,000 purchase is now worth about $110,000. It's the first time that I've actually checked on the value of Sandbox land in a long time because, of course, Sandbox today made a new all-time high. It is touching on a completely bizarre figure for me of almost $6 per coin right now, being that I sold most of my Sandbox coins in the low cents. I'm a little bit disappointed, so hence why I thought I'd check on my Sandbox land to see how it's been getting along, and it's been doing great. But unfortunately for me, if I'd have held on to my Sandbox coins throughout the entirety of this bull run, I would be sat on a multi-million-dollar bag right now. Instead, I sold pretty early on during the kind of first run up, and I think I sold for about $30,000 or $40,000 my coins. So yeah, I made a profit on them, but I just wanted to point out that this is the value of hodling. If you hold on to assets through multi-year bear markets and bull markets, you tend to experience astronomically much higher gains. You can make a quick 10x, but can you make 100x over 2 years? Because ultimately, that is how we all make the most amount of money from being in the space, investing our time and investing our money. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some altcoins that I think will 10x over the course of the next couple of years, maybe even 100x, maybe even 1,000x. You never know with these things how high they can go because there is simply no cap on them. I'm also going to be looking at Bitcoin's price, telling you what I'm going to expect from Bitcoin's price. We're also going to be looking at Ethereum's price as well as, of course, looking at the cryptocurrency news for the day. So if any of that tickles your pickle, slap a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on channel notifications. Today's like goal is 2,500 likes. Let's get it and let's crack on.
Is bullish. Automated, toenail highs is bearish.
Bearish positive 13 times there.
Novo Graz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.
So starting off today's video by looking at my current open trades. If you were following on the live stream earlier, you'll know that I have this trade open here, which is an insanely leveraged position that I would not recommend anybody ever take up a position like this because it is rather foolish, but it is currently sitting in about $4,300 of profit. And I kind of am expecting Bitcoin to break out probably during the course of filming today's video. Hence why I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to check on what it's at the end of today's video. But starting out today's video by analyzing the price of Bitcoin. Why am I expecting Bitcoin's price to break out in the short term? Well, essentially on the 1 hour chart, we could be forming a bit of a W reversal pattern down here on the 1 hour chart. That W reversal pattern looks like currently it's going to break to the upside, being that we are now bullish here on the MACD, and of course the RSI is also not looking too shabby either. If we then go over to some different time frames and kind of look at what is going on in the market, you're starting to see again we're bullish on the 4 hour. Yes, most recently we've been struggling to find some bullish momentum on the 4 hour, but it does look like the tide is turning right now, and then the Bitcoin price is turning back to being a bullish one. And again, if we go over to the daily chart right now, just using simple indicators and simple analysis techniques, you can judge. It does look like we'll probably go up a little bit, and then according to this, we'll probably drop down just a little bit more, having gone up a little bit. So the bit of conflicts within the charts right now. It's not certainly an easy time to be predicting Bitcoin, being that we could enter into a huge period of volatility. It's just on these lower time frames, we are looking a little bit more bullish, but on the higher ones, we're certainly not looking all that good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin does look a little bit tired in terms of its price action most recently. But we're going to start out today's video before we go on to give kind of price levels for entering and exiting new trades on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before we go into that, we're going to start out today's video with the cryptocurrency news that Morgan Stanley has increased exposure to Bitcoin and held 300 million in Grayscale shares. The investment firm's exposure to Bitcoin across 3 major funds totals roughly $303 million. That's a lot of Bitcoin for Morgan Stanley, that profess to not really like these crypto assets, but they still invest in them. So obviously they do understand that this is going to be around for a very, very long time. There's nothing that anybody can do to stop it. And ultimately, this is reassuring for anybody that is a retail investor that is investing into crypto assets right now, if Morgan Stanley is still holding and increasing the amount of Bitcoin that they hold, well, you probably should do too. Anyway, moving on from that, we've got 1 million Ethereum that have now been burned since EIP 1559 came into existence, and it turned Ethereum to essentially being kind of deflationary. I believe 68% of the Ethereum that otherwise would have entered into supply have been burned at this point in time, essentially showing that Ethereum is slowing down the amount of new Ethereum that are being, well, they're not slowing down the amount of new Ethereum that are being produced, they're just burning some of the Ethereum from the transaction fees, reducing the overall network inflation of Ethereum to around 1.2% per year, which is much better than the previous, I think it was about 6% per year that the network was growing at before. So it's knocked it down significantly, thus increasing the value of each Ethereum coin. The next thing in today's cryptocurrency news being that Collins Dictionary has now added the word NFT to the Collins Dictionary. Collins adds lots of things. It's not quite the Oxford Dictionary, but I'm sure it'll get there eventually. Continuing onwards, we've got Japanese megabanks join consortium on launching yen-based digital currency. The private sector behemoths in Japan are exploring digital currencies as a way to streamline larger fund transfers and settlements. This is going to happen. Why are the megabanks hopping on it? Well, because they're seeing an opportunity for a private currency that is separate from the government currency. And if you have private enterprise currency, that is very, very valuable if you can get adoption on it. So it'd be very, again, interesting to see how this goes on. But we're starting to see it all over the world, whether it be central bank digital currencies or whether it be privately issued digital currencies that are pegged to, let's say, $1, for example. We're starting to see adoption of these assets worldwide. People are using them because ultimately, for me to send money to you, wherever you may be in the world, doesn't matter. You might even be in England. It's much more cheaper and efficient for me to send you USDC than it is for me to send you US dollars or pounds or pick a local currency. It doesn't matter. It's much easier for me to just transfer some value to you and then you cash out to your local currency. Hence why we're starting to see huge adoption of these things. And then finally, in today's cryptocurrency news, we've got Coinbase is reportedly down for some users after fixing a connectivity issue. The reason I'm bringing this up is if you're still using Coinbase at this point in time, you need to reassess the way that you're trading. You're paying far too much money in fees, and instead you should use Swissborg. Swissborg never goes down. They offer you interest on your savings, of which Coinbase is not allowed to because the US government said no, no, no. But essentially, yes, Swissborg is the best place to buy, sell, trade, and use cryptocurrency with fiat currency and cash out to your bank account. You may find you may have issues using Coinbase throughout the world because various banks have banned transfers to and from Coinbase. You shouldn't have the same issues with Swissborg. And again, right now, Swissborg have doubled their referral premium. So if you sign up on the link in today's video description, you can now get $200 for free, or up to $200, sorry. It depends on a random scratch-off ticket worth between $2 and $200, or euros. Again, I'm getting my figures mixed up, but the point is, they've doubled the bonus for a little bit. You've only got a small period of time to take advantage of that, and it's much better than Coinbase, so quit Coinbase. It's rubbish. Anyway, now moving on from that, we've got time to talk about altcoins. And looking at the overall altcoin market today, well, we're not going to do that, because overall, altcoins have been pretty much sideways, including ones within my portfolio. So right now, I'm actually buying more Elrond. Back at this price here, 449. Yes, we were here only a couple of days ago, but the rally was so strong, I've decided to buy about 100 more Elrond coins today, costing me about $43,000. That was the price that I think I paid in total. But overall, yeah, it was very nice. I like Elrond, the project, and I continue to accumulate more and more of it, but you all know that. Anyway, moving on from that, we've got Pluton. They have come up with a new rewards program. They've boosted the amount of rewards that their card is issuing. Currently, if you get their card, which is kind of similar to the Crypto.com card, which might I add, has got a $10 billion market cap at this point in time, whereas Plutus is only a $6 million market cap, so it's infinitely smaller than Crypto.com. If they can achieve any kind of, like, even 1% of the success that Crypto.com has had, this will be a huge success in terms of an investment, hence why I hold on to it, and I'm expecting a huge surge of adoption of the application over the winter months. It tends to happen during crypto just because people spend more time on the internet. Anyway, moving on from that, we've got Freeway token that I've mentioned a lot recently. Freeway is now $2 per... $2? I wish it was $2. 2 cents per coin. It's a $100 million market cap right now. If you look at the 1 month chart, you can see that we continually rally upwards. Every dump is met with another pump. This is very exciting going forward. And if you look at the all-time chart, essentially we've now broken above, or we're very close to breaking above the all-time highs that I mentioned in yesterday's video. I'm pretty excited for what is going to go on with Freeway over the course of the next few months as well. And what is the Freeway application? Well, currently, if you look in today's video description, you'll find a link to this, which is their new kind of supercharger feature slash brokerage account feature. This allows you to deposit either pounds, like you can deposit actual money. You don't even need to deposit crypto. But essentially within this, they put your money into a brokerage account. They get issued a loan on top of the money. They then trade with that loan that they get issued on top of your money. And generally, the rewards on stuff like this are absolutely insane, hence why they can push up to 43% interest on US dollar stablecoins that are deposited within the Freeway application. You're best off checking it out. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. And currently, you've got investor protection and compensation in the event of any kind of hack of the exchange. So that's pretty good as well. Continuing onwards, though, we've got Exceed Me, currently 52 cents, nicely consolidating at these prices. Katana is up again today, around 15%, performing very, very well. And again, this market cap is only $20 million. They've got product launch happening over the next few days and weeks. I don't know the exact date for it, which is why I say days and weeks, because I genuinely don't know. I've not looked before I filmed today's video. But essentially, Katana, as and when launch happens, I'm expecting a huge pump in price, probably taking up to a $50 to $70 billion market cap. Million. Getting all my figures mixed up today. It's what happens when you film a video at almost 9 o'clock at night. Anyway, point is, Katana looks bullish. Daffy is looking bullish. Hadoi is up significantly now. It's up at 10 cents per coin. We were buying this at 3 cents per coin just the other day, and now it's at 10 cents per coin. But it'll probably continue to increase from there, given that they've got a tier 1 exchange listing that is expected to happen during the course of the next couple of weeks. So that is pretty exciting. And when that exchange listing hits, it should have a dramatic impact on the price of Hadoi. Then we've got Eradix, which is just Radix, but the Ethereum version of it. That again sits within my portfolio. It's not doing that much right now. Power Trade is looking very, very attractive to me. We've got Opulus, which is down a little bit, and that kind of covers it for today's altcoin segment. What I really wanted to talk about in today's altcoin segment, I guess, was the fact that, yes, we've seen a lot of gains recently in the altcoin space. It's important that you take profits during these times, but what you may notice with a lot of these coins is a lot of them are not up significantly from their all-time highs. It takes a long time for a project to develop an application that is worthwhile kind of rising. We're going very well. Let's just check back on this trade right now. We're now 5,300 in profit. Happy days, but I'll give you the spiel. The spiel is, holding for a long time in cryptocurrency is the best technique. You can't beat holding for a long time. I'm stacking Polkadot coins right now like they're going out of fashion. It's currently $39 a coin. I can show you this account right now on Bybit. Again, I bought more coins today. If I click on sell on the top corner of the page here, you should see I've got 568 coins that I bought just today of Polkadot in my wallet here. I'm going to buy more tomorrow. I'm going to buy more the day after. Why? Even though it's $38, $39 a coin right now, because for the long time, even if it was to drop to $20 a coin, I don't care. I'm looking at selling this for $200, $300, $400 per coin in the years to come. I'm treating this as a very long-term investment, and that is the best way of making money in crypto. It's not trying to make a 10x out of the gates. It's investing part of your portfolio very wisely, and then taking the other part of your portfolio and investing it in more degenerate things that are much lower market cap, with the aim to go 10x on those things so you can put the profit into the bigger thing. That is essentially what I'm doing here with Polkadot. I take all of my trading profits that I make here on Bybit, and then I invest them into altcoins that I can purchase on Bybit. Again, they've got a huge altcoin exchange now on Bybit, for which you'll find a link in the description of today's video if you are interested in using it. Again, you'll find a tutorial that is, I think, linked in today's video description as well. In that tutorial, I tell you how to use this particular exchange and all of the features and stuff that it has. But essentially, that is my current trading strategy. I just wanted to explain that to you before we go on to analyze the price of Bitcoin. And I'll tell you exactly what I'm expecting. If we break through this resistance level here at $57,100, we should keep pumping to the upside, and we'll come back up and we'll revisit kind of at least 57,800. If we break the top level here, which would be a resistance level kind of set around these levels, I'll just plot a very badly plotted line, but if we manage to break through this resistance level here, that currently sits around 57,800, then you'd be expecting, again, we can't start pumping again. We go back probably all the way to about $60,000, because at that point in time, if we go to a slightly higher time frame, if we're touching on $60,000, we're then looking at hitting the top of this yellow line here, which I'm still expecting. We've not tested it in a while now, so it would make kind of sense for Bitcoin to bounce from here, especially on Friday, come up, hit this level here at $60,000, and then perhaps over the weekend break to the upside, or get rejected, go back to the downside, and then go back to the upside. Either way, I do see that this ends with certainly a lot of upside momentum, and that excites me greatly. So yeah, that's what my thoughts are in terms of price entry and exit levels. So what will I be doing? I will be going even further long on Bitcoin if we break through $57,100. If we break through $57,700, I'll be longing Bitcoin even more. If we get rejected kind of around $57,800, I will be kind of looking to close my long positions at that point in time. I won't be looking to open a short just because I believe that Bitcoin is looking quite bullish right now. So when we come to look at Ethereum right now and assess how Ethereum is currently trading, you can see that we don't have a huge amount of direction with regards to how Ethereum is trading, with regards to indicators, with regards to kind of analytics of prices. We don't really have that much. So what we have to do is then go to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And if we look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart on the 30-minute chart, this is such a bullish chart. I am very, very, very bullish. Currently, we've come down. We're retesting the previous high. That is, again, perfectly fine. And then in theory, we should keep rallying back to the upside. The RSI has bottomed out on the 30-minute chart. It'll probably be doing very similar on the 4-hour chart as well. No. On the 4-hour, we're just ticking bearish. So it'll be very interesting anyway. I don't think the 4-hour we can really rely on this. I'll be looking more so towards the 1-hour that, again, looks fairly well bottomed out. Either way, Ethereum, I think, is bullish right now. I think that Bitcoin is bullish. I think the market isn't giving very many signs of this. But overall, I'm expecting that we should probably have a good end to this week. But on that note, guys, what do you think? This is how is this worth $100,000? I don't know, but it is. That's pretty cool. And I thought I'd just tell you all that long-term investing in crypto is always the best way of investing in crypto. Taking a shot. I mean, the reason I brought up Sandbox is because for me, I treat it as a bit of a short-term play, and really I should have seen the long-term value in these things like I've seen in Elrond and so many other projects. And I just wanted to raise the point to you that so many people see 100% profit and then instantly sell. That is not the way to make money in crypto. The best way to make money in crypto is take a little bit, take even back your initial, and then let the rest run. Always let the rest run. Because for me, you're investing for the long term. If you see value in a product and that product is doing well and the team is doing a very good job on that product and they continually raising funds, there is no reason to bet against it. Hence why, yeah, you could take profits, but when you take profits, you're essentially betting against a project because you don't think it's going to go any higher ever again. And so that's just something that I wanted to raise to you and bring to your attention. And on that note, guys, thank you all very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, slap a like on it. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget, like goal today, 2,500 likes. We won't hit it, but we can try. Subscribe. We want to hit 200,000 subscribers as well. And have a great evening. This is